Welcome everyone to the 2 weekly Q&As, and what's that? Can you start calling them bi-weekly Q&As? It's mindfully infuriating and slightly aggravating to me whenever you call them 2 weekly. If you make me mod, would you be more likely to notice and not forget me? It's one or the other here, isn't it? So, welcome to the bi-weekly Q&As everyone. We're going to get into things with member and Patreon questions. Let's head over to the Discord. So I missed loads of Yodamus's questions a few weeks ago. I don't know how this happened, so we're just going to kind of do all of his here. If you're going to play a game that was not in any way Star Wars related, console games only, what would you play? Probably FIFA, my second favourite game. As a lover of Star Wars, have you / do you like Star Trek? Haven't watched it, so I can't really give an opinion. Currently, what's your favourite mainstream music artist you listen to regularly? Honest answer is I just don't really have one. I just listen to whatever I like, I don't really care who the artist is. Did you ever need braces as a kid? Yeah, for 2 years, from year 10 to my first year at college, which is kind of tragic. And finally, Youngling Hunt, Reinforcement Hunt, or Bounty Hunter Hunt? All three. Would you ever get a Star Wars inspired tattoo? If so, what would it be and where? No, it's just too far. I wouldn't have Star Wars on my body. Why is a raven like a writing desk? I don't know, why? The raven flaps its wings and the lid of the writing desk flaps up and down. Definitely didn't read that off Google. And the second one from Spider King, feed me and I live, give me to drink and I die, what am I? It's obvious, fire. You probably said it because of my name, didn't you? Feed me, keep on burning, give me something to drink, and the fire goes out. Did I get that right? Then member questions. Why do people think you are bald? Because this meme started like 2 years ago, when my channel was kind of small, and then the same people who commented it kept putting it in for new people to see, so now everybody thinks I'm bald when in reality I've got hair and everything's fine. Is this question going to be in the video? At this point these questions are kind of just dull when someone comments that, I'll just be honest. Will you join my pacifist union? No, because then if I join your pacifist union, how can I kill people in Battlefront? Do you think they will ever add maps like Coruscant Felucia and Utapau to CS or GA? No, I honestly don't. Where do you want the Star Wars franchise to go? I wanted it personally to follow, like after Solo, we could have had more movies about the Crime Syndicate, Small, Crimson Dawn, Kira, Enfys Nest, everyone like that. That movie just really appealed to me, and the kind of turn it took. We could have left off, well, we could have started off the next movie with seeing Han go and work for Jabba the Hutt, but no, the Solo kind of flopped, so we won't get that probably. Where do you see yourself in 20 years? Who knows, but I'd be kind of worried to find out where. I don't know, I really don't have a clue. Just the overall thought of it scares me, to be honest. If you could make any game up for Battlefront 2, what would it be like? It'd be my Order 66 mode I made 2 years ago for a video. Or 2 years ago? It was last year. It's going to be 2 years though, in like another half of a year, so that's pretty crazy. Okay, non-member questions time. Do you think DICE should add Mon Calamari skins to Battlefront 2? Yes, we should get them for like the officers. That'd look so good, and you could have the ones that look like Radis and the ones that look like Akbar. That'd be really cool. Do you collect Lego Star Wars? If so, then what's your favourite set? I don't anymore, I did when I was younger, but I have the Lego Star Wars Republic gunship still in my room to this day, because it was just my favourite as a child, so I kind of kept that one ahead of the rest, which God knows where they are, to be honest. Do you like Krennic? I hope so. And do you want him to be added to Battlefront 2? Yes, I love Krennic, one of the best Disney era Star Wars villains, and 100% need him in Battlefront 2. Do you eat cereal? If so, do you put the milk or the cereal in first? I don't really like breakfast, so I wouldn't know. I mean, if I was to do it, I'd put the cereal in first, but I prefer some croissants if I'm ever going to have breakfast. Commander Croissant has taught me well. Did I watch Endgame? I haven't, but I'm going to see it next week. I know what happens, so if you want to be clever and spoil it in the comments, I already know what happens, but I'm going to see it next week. Do you think the prequel trilogy is underrated or it deserves the criticism it gets? Do you like the movies or just the characters / locations? Every movie trilogy has flaws. I've seen more prequel appreciation since the failure of the sequels at least, but it's each their own really. If you like what you like, then fair enough. I'm glad the prequels are getting more appreciation. I do think they were underrated for a long time, but people are finally starting to like them, and I love everything, the movies, the characters and the locations. Okay, now I'm seeing member questions pop up in the non-member section. This just gets confusing, but if you were told you had to run a marathon in 4:45 in a week and you failed, you would die, do you think you could do it? I would definitely give it a shot. I wasn't too bad at running when I was at school. Would you rather strangle a dog with your bare hands or strangle a bear With your dog hands? Neither. I wouldn't want to be violent to either of them. Am I a member? Yes. So why is this in the non-member section? Is this going to become the new joke? Putting non-member questions, or putting member questions in the non-member section, and next it's going to be the other way around, even though that would be physically impossible. Do you think you sound like Christopher Eccleston? If so, please say fantastic. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. You know what else is fantastic, Tim? That we actually share the same birthday, I and Christopher Eccleston. How happy are you doing YouTube at the moment? If you're not happy, then watch Fire Gaming. He always makes me happy. Thank you, Laron. I appreciate that. Glad to know that the main purpose of this channel just to give people that bit of enjoyment. It's working at least. And I'm very happy doing YouTube. Ever since I went back to my older style thumbnails and the discussion videos, I've been enjoying everything a lot more. We have another member question in the non-member section. Do you think they will ever add maps like Coruscant, Felucia or Utapau as maps for either CS or GA? I think you've already asked that, but no. And can you promise me the 1v1? Yes, we'll do the 1v1. And that is where we're going to leave it. The reason I asked members to put members in the member-only section is because they're paying that bit more. I guarantee them a spot at the start, so it's only for your own good, guys, but you know, whichever section suits you. I'm trying to do as many questions as possible, guys, off as many different people as possible, but the next Q&A will be in 2 weeks. However, I'm going away this Friday, so I'm going to be recording it early this week, so watch out the community tab for the post and then get your questions in, and then you can see it in 2 weeks. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.